guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Kristen. Welcome. In today's video, we are going to be doing a review and swatch of the Morphe 9C Jewel Crew palette. So if you guys wanted to hear my thoughts on this and see the shadows swatched on my arm, then keep watching. If you're new to my channel, or if you've been subscribed for a while, you may know that this is my first Morphe palette. I never owned one up until now. I do have a couple of their brushes, and I love their brushes. I think they're great. Their palettes, on the other hand, I was always a little iffy about because I would go into the store and swatch. Obviously, they're really overhyped palettes, the Jaclyn Hill palettes and the James Charles palette, and I just never liked how they swatched. I felt like the shadows were really, really dry, and when I would swatch them on the back of my hand, the shadows would actually disappear. That's just why I never purchased it. So then a couple weeks ago, I was on Ulta, and I thought, why not buy this? It was $12, retails for $12. So I just thought, why not? So this is the inside of the palette. You have 9 shades plus a mirror. The mirror is actually pretty decent, which is pretty surprising. So for $12, I think the packaging is really, really nice. It's really sturdy plastic. It's hard. I feel like if you drop this, your shadows could be pretty protected, and it's also a pretty good traveling palette because of how small it is. So I have a couple thoughts on this palette. One of the things is it's called the Jewel Crew palette, and when you see the word jewel, I think of and when I think of jewel tones, I think of like blues, like dark blues, or greens and reds and purples. This doesn't really have that. It has a gold, but to me that's not like a jewel color. But that's like really it. That's it. Like, they don't even really have like jewel tone names. I mean, there's rose quartz, kind of, fool's gold, hidden gem, chocolate diamond, and that's it. That's really it. But it doesn't really scream jewel tone for me, but this is a nice warm toned palette with the oranges in here, even the brown's a little more on the warmer side. So it's good for that, and I think this will be a really pretty palette for the fall. I know it is like late spring, kind of middle of spring, whenever. So this wouldn't really be used. I probably wouldn't really use it until like September, October. But it's still a really pretty palette, and the golds you could pretty much use like all year round, and especially the purples, those are really good springtime shades. But overall, to me, this would be like a fall palette. I don't know why. I think it's just because of the oranges, like I was saying. Next, I want to talk about the benefits, and I say benefits with air quotes because I don't really agree with them. These are the benefits that are on the Ulta website, and it says that the shadows have a beyond creamy color. I mean, they're creamy. They're kind of creamy. They're not super creamy. We're not talking like ANASTASIA Beverly Hills shadows or even the Maybelline Soda Pop palette shadows. Those, to me, those are creamy. Even ColourPop has great creamy shadows. These are a little on the dry side, and I honestly think like they have a little bit of a learning curve to them. Some of the shadows work really nicely if you pat it onto your crease and then blend. Some of them you really have to build up. They're a little patchy. I don't think they're super creamy. Highly pigmented is the next benefit. Some of them have really great pigment, some of them don't. All palettes have this, but this one I feel like is kind of inconsistent. I don't know. There's just, some of them have a lot of pigment, and it's just, I don't know. I really want to like this palette. I do. I like it, but it's just like, I don't love it, if that makes sense. And the other thing is super blendable. You really have to work with the blending. I personally think if you don't blend it out good enough, the shadows are kind of patchy and they just don't look as nice. That's just all my opinion. So would I recommend this? I would. I think it's a nice palette, But would I go out and buy, you know, the newest Morphe palette? Absolutely not. I think there are better brands that I'd rather spend my money on. I'm not mad that I bought this. I do enjoy it. I think the shadows are pretty. This look I have on right now, I created using this palette, and I actually filmed it, and you'll see it after this video. And I filmed another video with this palette as well. It's just, I don't know if I'm going to grab for this palette as much as I thought I would, so I'm definitely going to keep it in my collection. If I don't end up using it, I'll probably sell it or just get rid of it, something, because these just aren't my favorite. And honestly, Morphe is really their shadows especially are really overhyped. Like I said before, their brushes are phenomenal. I love their brushes. So if you like this palette, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. I just don't think that Morphe shadows are the greatest. So yeah, that's all my thoughts for this palette. Now on to the swatches. For the first row, we have Rock Out, which is an orange shade, and as you can tell, it is kind of patchy, but I do have this shade on my eyes today. Blend it out, it looks better with a brush. Next we have Rose Quartz, which is just a really light shade, almost like a champagne-y shade. This is a shimmer. And then last we have Purple Rain, and Purple Rain's kind of the reason why I bought this palette, and it's just a really pretty like lilac shimmer shade. Next up we have Fool's Gold, which is a shimmery gold color. The name pretty much speaks for itself. Next is Hidden Gem, and this is like a brown plummy color, and it has a like glitter overlay to it. It looks glittery in the pan, but then when I swatch, it's not at all. And then next we have Chocolate Diamond, which is just a nice chocolate brown color. Again, I feel like these two matte shades, especially Chocolate Gem, is kind of patchy, but when you blend it out, it's better. They work better with a brush, definitely. Next, for the last row, we have Flex. This is kind of just like a bronzy shade. It's a shimmery shade. It's not as shimmery as Fool's Gold, Rose Quartz, and Purple Rain. It's a little more muted, but still a little shimmery. Next, we have Stone Fox, which is like another orange shade, which is pretty similar to Rock Out, but it is different. They're different. Stone Fox is a little darker. And then the last shade we have in the palette is Rich Girl, which is a really pretty plum shade, which I wish swatched and worked better, because this one kind of gave me issues when I did use it. And that is it for this swatch and review video on the Morphe Jewel Crew palette. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have this palette and what you think of it. Like I said in the video, I do like it. I would say go get it if you are interested in trying a Morphe palette, but it's just not my absolute favorite. I'm just being completely honest with you guys. I think that Morphe is extremely overhyped. And that is all I have to say, especially their shadows. Their shadows are very overhyped. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that red button down below to subscribe to my channel for more videos. Make sure you're following me on all my social media. That's always linked down below in the description box. If you have any video suggestions, please let me know in the comments down below. Or if you just want to leave a comment saying hey, please do that too. And that is all I have to say. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.